Hello, everyone. I'm here today to speak to all of you about my story and about a friend of mine that helped me. Her name was Willow Bradbury. You're probably wondering, who's that model up there with all the fancy new clothes? A bit about me. I really like music and playing the guitar or singing. I even play the piano. I really don't like peanut butter, and I was diagnosed with anxiety and agoraphobia when I was 7 years old. Agoraphobia is a condition where you get anxious in public situations or places that make you panic, so you avoid them. I had it really bad when I was younger, which led to me being selectively mute, so I didn't really have any friends. I mean, who can blame them? I would have thought the weird, skittish kid at the back of the class was a freak too. So I made a lot of imaginary friends, which if you're 5 is normal, I guess, but when you're 14 it kind of became an issue. I guess it sort of did fade over age, but last year I had a really bad episode. I was stuck inside for a few weeks, too scared to leave. I was getting worse and worse, and one day I started talking to imaginary people again. In fairness, I thought they were real. It wasn't until one of them convinced me to start singing lessons in the middle of the night that my parents caught on. I mean, imagine getting woken up at 3 a.m. to the sound of a screeching hyena, only to find that it's your teenage daughter on the floor above you trying to sing Celine Dion to a crowd of 0,000. So, my parents sent me to the children's low-impact psych ward. It's a pretty scary place. The lights are so bright and the walls seem to clamp around you. I really hated it at first, because they were trying to say that I was crazy, but I'm not crazy, believe me. Okay, maybe they didn't say crazy, but they were trying to say that my imaginary friends were hallucinations from schizophrenia. And until last week, I tried to tell them that I knew they were imaginary. They just didn't listen. And on Tuesdays, we had these group therapy sessions where we would all sit around and talk about our feelings. Only I didn't talk. It's like I would try, but the words, they got stuck in my throat. And I thought everyone was laughing at me, so I would cry and run to my room. One day, though, I ran to my room, and instead of a nurse coming in to help me, it was Willow. Now, it's important to know that Willow was the coolest. I mean, she had this long curly hair and she walked like she knew what she was doing, and I guess I admired that. Anyway, she came in, sat down and just talked to me. Just talked. And the best part was she didn't even expect me to talk back. She started coming in every day and we would talk about The food, the weather, the people, our lives outside, anything. It was nice. One day, we were sitting on my bed looking out the window, and she asked me why I was there, the ward. I was a bit stunned because she had never asked me a question like that before, so I froze for a second. Then I talked, and I talked, and I talked, and I talked, and it was amazing to finally have someone to talk to finally tell someone, and she actually believed me. I never asked Willow about her condition. It never really came up. The weirdest part was she seemed completely unsick, while the other girls and I were screaming and throwing peas and mash. She was always there, like the sun, calm and happy. On a Monday, she came into my room and we were talking, and she brought up group therapy. I told her how they stressed me out, and she helped me. The next day in group therapy, she sat next to me and held my hand, helped me to breathe, and it worked. I spoke in front of a group of people and didn't cry. I mean, this was a massive deal. And once I started to talk, I started to meet new people. These girls that I had never even tried to look at were actually nice. After dinner, we would play games together, like Uno or something, and it was really nice. I barely even noticed when Willow stopped showing up to my room anymore. I was hardly even in there. I mean, the nurses said that I was getting better. One day, though, Willow came into my room later than usual. She was angry about something, yelling about something. Me, I think. She was saying how I was a traitor, how I left her, how I was mean. And then she lunged forward, and I don't remember what happened next. I woke up, and she wasn't there. She was never there again. And I think I heard